It didn't connect me. I had to disconnect again.
Still nothing on YouTube.
No, just the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. We are
Finally.
live.
You got
We
something?
are live.
Hey,
Oh,
Finally, we got to go live.
I got the Memorial Day sales ad.
you got to have a commercial first so Russ
Right.
can get his 18 cents.
Yeah.
You wish you was getting 18 cents.
We're live.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what happened and why it happened that way, but basically I had to close the whole thing out and restart it again. So it's the internet. What can I say?
It's
So,
the
at least we're
internet.
here.
Then we're not. And there's Donna now on the internet. That's how
Yep.
slow of a delay we had.
So yeah, finally it got started out there. So Leonard Davis, yeah, my little countdown went through and we didn't have a show. And I'm like, what the heck? So Brian Warner is out there, Heirloom Game Calls. So he is going to be our guest, but Brian Warner has some issues with his speech and breathing. So therefore, he's not really capable of carrying on long conversations. So I've been talking to him for a while, and he hasn't seemed to be getting any better. So what we're going to do is we're going to show his YouTube channel, and we're also going to show his Facebook channel, and so people can see what he does. And if you have any questions for him, type them in the chat there on YouTube. And give him a few minutes because he's like me. I don't type real fast. I'm a hunting pecker. I hunt around the keyboards and peck on whichever letter I want to put out. So I'm not that great. So give him a few seconds. But if you have any questions for him, and he will be more than happy to try to answer them. But I think you've already put it out there in the chat. Have you, Al, for his Facebook page and everything, or do I need to read?
His Facebook page is Heirloom Calls, and it's out there now. There's his Facebook, and I'll put the YouTube one also out there. It's Heirloom Game Calls also on YouTube, and there they are, folks. All right,
there you go. And then this is his one to his actual YouTube channel. That one there I just gave you. It's in our private chat.
Yeah, I think I just
yeah, okay. That's the one you got. Okay, great.
Yes,
So let's start off with Jim Bashir's cannot be here tonight. He tried on his phone a little bit. The last time I talked to him, or we talked to him, he let us know he was about an hour or two away from his house. And we all told him, look, don't hurry up. Take it easy. Be safe. That's the most important thing. There's going to be other shows. So, I mean, he may get home and pop up here in a little bit, but if not,
I believe he will, Russ. I bet he will.
Yeah. So he should start still out there. But yeah. Brian, for calling Russ out about turkey calls. Are you calling me a turkey dude? Anyway, so
yes, what? Who?
Paul, tell us where we can find you.
You can find me on YouTube at Paul's Messy Workshop. You can find me at Instagram, and you can find me tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central on Al's stream on whatever channel it is that he streams on. I forgot right now, but
Kilroy 79763.
Yeah, what channel is that? What
Kilroy 79763.
No, what program do you use? Twitch. On Twitch.
Oh yeah, on Twitch. Yes,
on Twitch.
Just look for Kilroy 79763.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. Al's had enough time. Tell us where we can find you.
Hey, guy, Chris at the Old Cranky Workshop. You find me on Facebook and YouTube. And that's it, because I'm too lazy to monitor the other systems.
Donna.
Donna Presley, Donna's Wooden Art, Donna's 40 Plus. You can find me on Facebook. Pretty soon back on YouTube. And what's that little TV thing where you're doing the? I started doing. I don't remember the name of it right now. It's been a long
Apple TV.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Make little short videos.
TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. TikTok.
I actually did one the other day, little one.
All right. Al.
Yeah, so like Paul was saying, Kilroy 79763, just look for that all over the place, and it'll come up. It'll come up on TikTok. It'll come up on all the pages: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. YouTube. Anyway, and now for Donald.
Donald.
I am Donald Matthews. My YouTube channel is Donald Vlogsifies Wood Shop. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I got a website called redneckknowhow.com. And right now you can find me here.
Yes. Okay, so Leonard David said Al already finished his beer. I don't think that was beer, Leonard. What'd you have in that, Al?
It was a gin and grapefruit juice and salt, and it was delicious.
Gin, grapefruit juice, and salt. So there you go. It wasn't beer.
He's going to be disappearing in a few minutes.
I believe it's called a salty dog.
Yes.
A salty dog, yeah.
Yep.
That's called a salty dog. So Brian's out there. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share do a presentation. Share my screen. And I'm going to share the Heirloom Game Calls page.
I want to make noise when I hear that Heirloom Game Calls.
Yeah.
That's like an elephant call.
This is his page over on YouTube, and this is some of the stuff that he now he doesn't just do game calls. He does all kinds of stuff, because if y'all remember, in 2017 he entered the Whirligig Wars with the Tiny Dancers. So here's that video there that he entered into the Whirligig Wars.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and he was also in 2017's Whirligig Wars also.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So he's just not into game calls. He does all kinds of stuff out there. I'm looking for
on mine.
Yeah, I'm looking for if he has actually. Oh yeah, this is a turning a cow elk call.
Yeah.
So
man,
how
you get a cow and an elk to mate is beyond me.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You should see a mule deer going at it.
And the show turns south.
Yeah. So he's setting this up.
It's amazing.
Get ready to turn it. It's interesting. I've never seen a game call made, and I started watching a few of his videos. Brian, are they really that hard to make, or once you make a few of them, then you kind of get the gist of it? And
I want to know what that ring back there is for too. By the way,
you're fixing to find out.
Yeah,
because I was wondering the same thing.
I watched that video a little bit, but I didn't quite get to where I found out.
Well, we're gonna speed it up. Brian said the Tiny Dancers are still dancing out in his yard.
Oh, so that's awesome. I love them, by the way.
Yeah. We got Frenzy Wicked Truth out there.
Hey, Lady Frenzy Wicked Truth.
Yeah, Leonard Davis is out there.
Hello, Leonard.
I believe y'all said Aussie Man's out there. Brooks Martin's out there.
Bill's there, yes. Bill's not hiding right now. He's out in the open. That what is still kicking? That what is that so Gilroy? Which shed? Oh, you got a shed that's kicking your posterior, frenzy wicked truth.
So Brian said, yeah, it's not too hard. It takes a while to get to practice. It's like anything else, yeah.
I see. The ring keeps the wood from splitting. Cool.
No, it's to measure the size of the tenon.
Yeah,
Well,
measure the size.
he actually put in there though that it keeps the wood from
Oh, it does?
from splitting. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
like his,
I
I
just
don't
read
like his
that.
answer. I like
Helps.
our answer better.
And yet he's the one making them. Fitting the ring now, he says.
Yeah, we're fitting the ring.
Do you hereby take this wooden turned item?
No, you should be saying, do you hereby take this game call to be your long and lawful
There you
wedded
go. There
game
you
call
go,
for the
Russ.
rest of your life?
That's where I wanted to take it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you that's Rev Russ right there.
Yeah.
I still wish we could see the Elvis shot, in the chapel. Never mind, with the second camera. Paul knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So now is that super glue you're using to put that on there?
He said he'd been doing this for about 18 years.
18 years. Wow.
The ring will stay with the call.
Yeah, it looked like a CA glue.
Yeah, it looked like CA glue to me.
The ring may stay with the call.
And he said it's red heartwood.
Yeah.
Yep, CA glue.
Yep, super glue. I want to tell you, while he's turning this, we're watching this. I have found a difference in over-the-counter glues. Now I know I like to use the glue from my sponsor, which I can't think of the name of them right now.
The PCP
210.
Yeah, P210. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like their glue, but the problem of it is I don't use enough of it that it ends up going bad before I use all of it. And I've tried everything. Somebody said, turn the bottle upside down and stick it in water. That way air can't get inside the bottle. And, that'll work. I've tried everything known that I can think of, and it'll go bad. Like, for instance, the thin stuff over a period of time will turn to gel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Harbor Freight, baby. Small package. That's all I use.
I've tried a few other super glues, and I really didn't like them. I had problems with them. So here a while back, I used Gorilla Glue super glue, and it says it's like it says on the bottle. I have to read it. It says something about it's hardened or for hardened shocks or whatever. In other words, it won't break as easy if it's bumped or whatever. And I'm gonna tell you, I have become a big fan of Gorilla super glue.
He said he likes to use Star Bond, and he also said freeze it.
Aussie Man says it looks like our Australian red gum wood. Heirloom Game Calls says I like Starbond. I've used Starbond, but like I said, a lot of the problems with some of those glues, if you don't use them enough, they go hard. They go bad. In other words, they're not. And I haven't been doing enough woodworking, so.
Well, all CA glues have a shelf life anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. But when you spend $15 or so for a bottle of glue and it's bad, then that's a lot of money. When I can go down for like $2.99 and buy this small thing of Gorilla Glue, and if it goes bad, I ain't lost $20.
I try to take my glue bottles every now and then, squeeze them, shake them up a bit, Just try to coax a little more life out of them.
You can get in trouble for that, Chris, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's illegal in 49 states. California's
But I'm in
got
Florida.
to the point.
I'm in Florida. Nothing's illegal down here.
Yeah, California's got to the point nothing's illegal there either.
With me, I turn enough pins that I rarely run into that problem. So,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
just
you're
got
turning a lot of pins and stuff. Now, I like how he did the end of that. Look, that is very thin wood.
It is.
He
That's
says
very, very thin.
That lathe has got to really be zeroed in.
Yes, it has to be.
frozen the glue and it's done well.
and that would explain why you need something to keep it from splitting.
Yep.
Yep. Aussie Man also says keep them cold, keep them in the refrigerator. I never thought about that.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that either.
And Brooks Martin also said Starbond recommends storing them in refrigerated temps.
So not
Okay.
in the freezer, but in the refrigerator.
Right. So I did not know that. Y'all taught me something.
The ring is a friction fit. The glue keeps it tight.
Right.
It comes almost to a knife edge.
Wow. And Leonard Davis is asking, do different woods make different sounds?
I guess we're fixing to find out. Ryan, if you use Purple Heart and made a duck call, or if you used the bloodwood you're using right now and made a duck call, would they make the same sounds?
I bet one would make a green sound, the other one make a red sound, or purple sound, and the other one make a red sound. I know there's one guy that actually can see music, can see the.
I don't think that makes a difference.
You have to chew on a little piece of paper to be able to see the colors of music.
Maybe that's what he. Maybe who knows? Yeah, he did have some napkins stuck in the side of his.
No, it's special.
Aussie Man said everything over there. Aussie Man said everything over there in Australia is illegal.
Bummer, Aussie.
Which really kind of sucks since everything down there is trying to kill you.
Yeah, right. Right.
Okay, so yeah, only when it's in direct contact with the reed. Okay. So there's a possibility, I guess, of it making a little bit different.
So a duck call is a reed instrument.
The harder the wood against the reed makes the sharper sound. Okay.
Yeah, sharper sound. Yeah, that's how I'm reading it too.
Now, what are you putting on this? Is this Danish oil, or what are you putting on here now, Brian?
Or mineral oil, because you're going to stick it up on your mouth.
Well,
right?
that's what I'm wondering. Mineral oil, Danish oil?
And he said it's kind of like smacking a hammer on an anvil or a rubber ball.
Okay.
I
That
guess
makes
that's
sense.
what it sound, yeah.
Well, it's definitely was very pretty and interesting. That's like one of the first times I've seen him. Now he goes hauling out some turkey call pots.
Now he's not calling you, Russ.
No. Now you know a turkey call is different from a little bit different from a regular duck call or whatever. They make like a real screeching noise.
Quack, 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 quack. Right?
Yeah.
Is that a duck call?
He said that was a mix of shellac, linseed oil, DNA, and Kumba wax.
Carnauba wax. What's DNA? What's DNA? I mean, I know it's done with
Probably blood.
acid, but yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Because I somehow managed to assign all of my projects with DNA.
Right, right. Yeah, the other day on that cutting board, I did the same thing and actually got a blotch on there, and I'm like, I don't want people to know that I got blood on a cutting board, you know. And so it's like, oh, I guess I gave myself away, but I sanded it down. It's gone.
Denatured alcohol. Okay. DNA.
Denatured alcohol.
Okay, all right. So
The
I guess
denatured alcohol is to thin down the linseed oil to make it thinner.
we both got caught on spilling blood on our projects, Donald.
Dan Ingy says that he's got a local hobby shop that sells a CA glue called Zap-A-Gap.
Yeah.
He said it's a little expensive, but that stuff glues anything to anything. Never heard of it.
I look at it this way: if somebody ever claims their work, my work is theirs, I know exactly where to go to prove exactly anything.
Yeah, bro.
Well, I want to tell you, even after watching only 2 of his videos, including this one, you can tell he's turned a few of these things.
Not his first rodeo.
Yeah, I don't think he started yesterday turning.
Turning.
Wow. Said the bottom of the turkey call pot is 1/8 inch thick.
That is thin. That is.
So I want to back up. He's taking this thing off so we get to see it.
That is 1/8 inch right there, folks.
Yes, that is thin.
That is 1/8 inch.
That is thin. It looks like he's flipping it around, and
He said the center hub you see will be removed eventually.
It looks like he's making one of these, man.
I don't think so. Why would anybody want those?
I don't know.
okie dokie. I have never used a hole saw in a lathe before. I'm learning something else new.
Oh, I have.
Isn't that cool?
It's a little scary the first time you try it, but
Now I've used Forstner bits.
I guess you could put the wood, the bit in the actual shank, right, in the actual chuck, and then bring it over. That's what he's doing. Oh, okay, yeah, and that's what I mean. But wouldn't it have to cut through the wood, the whole thing, or is he going to do the circle and then chip it out? I guess we'll find out, right?
Yeah, I guess we're fixing to find out.
You know, this is what I'm thinking he's going to do. He's going to cut the line and then come back in with the tool and chip everything else off, and he's got that rounded edge on the outside done, or on the inside done. It doesn't even have to come close to it.
Aussie Man says how they call turkey is they go outside and start yelling, "Come here, you damn dumb bird! I'm hungry."
Here, turkey. Here, turkey.
Problem
is that half my family comes in.
Chris Nealon says he's checking in on vacation.
Hello, Chris. Welcome, Chris. So the new blank is Purple Heart.
Yep. So, Brian, what speed do you usually, like, for instance, what speed are you using on your lathe? What's the RPM you usually turn in on this? Yeah, next he's got to hollow it out. Yep.
Yeah. I kind of. Hey, Russ, can you make your YouTube full screen? In other words, can you click that little deal so that it'll fill up your browser? It might
Let
make
me.
it.
I'm hoping it doesn't mess up everything.
Well, okay, then
Okay, that's a little better. Oh, it went back.
yeah, I was looking at the YouTube.
3,400 RPM on this
3,400. Okay.
one. Yep.
So it went back.
3,900 on the smaller lane.
And 3,900 on the smaller. I think it said that.
That guy Driveway Workshop just showed up.
Hey, Jim.
Hey,
Does that make it any better?
That's
hey,
about the
let
same
Jim
price.
in, Russ.
Huh?
Let Jim in.
Not really, Russ, but thanks for trying anyway. I was
All right.
trying to get rid of the side, other little videos here on the side, but yeah.
Right. That's what I was
There he
trying to
is.
do, is eliminate us so it'd go full, but it ain't doing it.
I think it's because of the orientation of the video. Had he taken, and it's only trying to help. If you had taken the video sideways, then it would have changed the ratio, and yes, then it would have filled up. But anyway, onward with the grinding, I guess.
That's
better.
yeah.
Yeah, that is whatever you did there. Yeah.
That helped it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Okay.
So what
great.
are we making? Pterodactyl calls?
Hey, Jim,
turkey calls.
welcome.
Never mind.
Yeah, pterodactyl.
This one happens to be a turkey call.
Turkey dinner.
He also makes his own carbide tools.
Yes. There's a few I make some of my own carbide tools too, but there's a few of them that, like, for turning inside like a hollow object, that I ain't gonna attempt to make that. I buy them.
I don't make any tools.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're curved, and I just I ain't gonna buy that. Now the straight ones with the square tips or the round tips or even the triangular tips, I'll make those. Those are easy to make. But I've got some bowl hollowing carbide, and I ain't gonna attempt to make it on that.
The one with the curve on it.
Yeah, to get inside, like
Yeah.
to hollow something out.
On small openings.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those eventually.
Yeah.
Right now, I have problems trying to hollow out a bowl without it flying across the room.
So what was that piece measuring?
Yeah. What are you doing with that right there?
That's part of the call. He's checking the size.
I guess he's checking the interior part size to make sure it.
Easy to do, Russ. 1/2-inch cold roll and heat it up a bit. Is he's talking about the tips, I guess,
Yeah.
for the cutters. Fitting the glass hauling surface.
Okay. Gotcha.
Fitting the gals, the GALSS. I'm reading glass. Calling surface.
One track
Yeah.
mind, huh?
You scrape a stick or something across it, and it.
Well, I'm wondering. Yeah, you scrape a stick, but I'm wondering if it's glass or actually plexiglass.
Yeah, me or Donna, Jim?
Probably actual glass, because I don't think plexiglass will make the same sound.
Might be. We'll wait to see if he answers us.
It should be flush. with
Hey
the-
everybody, Adam Savage in my cave,
Yeah,
and if my eyes
Yes, man. Hey,
genuine
that
old school
says
Cisco
everything is
winter
chopped on
and
purpose.
a few sunny days, we're having a pop.
Yes. If casters are good enough for him, then Russ can leave the show because casters are good enough for me.
double strength glass.
He left. We're left here by ourselves. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, now that Russ is gone, the real show starts.
Russ said Adam Savage ain't getting him for no copyright.
Russ
Right?
found out what that, Russ found out what that button did.
Welcome back, Russ.
Wait,
We missed you.
here he is.
So you put the glass. He used double strength glass, or plexiglass will work, and you put that inside there, and that's what the other part scrapes against.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm guessing that's what I'm asking now. Put it that way.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you've got a little that glass. You have a little like stick, and you rub it across it, and makes that or however a turkey makes his little gob whatever thing.
Say it again, Russ. What was that? I didn't quite
No,
get
that's all right. I'm not going to repeat it.
that.
I didn't know you put glass in there.
No, I did not know either.
I think you can use glass or
Plexiglass
board,
too.
whatever it is.
Or aluminum,
Slate.
copper, or
So
ceramic.
check this out. Check this out. So will aluminum, copper, and ceramic
Okay.
will also work? I guess is what
Cool.
he's saying. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I thought some of them had slate in it too.
And he says yes. That's how it works. Yep.
I guess this is a short little TikTok video. Dang, he's fast. Look how quick he's making that thing.
Look at what
Show us.
we don't
Yeah.
see. It.
Yeah. Really, Russ, show it.
Yeah, that's great, man.
That's fast, boy. That's so fast. I didn't even see it. Just
Yeah, I know. I've got to get back over there
You can also use slate.
look. It made
because of the fact I had to change when Randy Savage or whatever his name is
Adam,
came on. I had to quit sharing, so I got to go back and share. But he went
That
to.
guy-
I guess he's done a few. I guess he's done a few TikTok videos.
He said these calls have
And,
glass on one side and slate on the other.
Cool.
Ooh,
Okay.
sweet.
So therefore, I'm going to show us.
Yep. Yep.
All right, let
Leonard,
me make sure
Leonard,
we
blink
get
of an eye, Leonard.
there.
Hey, Jerry, how you doing?
Hey.
Hollywood
Jerry.
is here.
All right, here we go. Look how quick he makes this serving tray, man.
All right.
It's
well,
like-
let me get back. Okay, cue it up, Russ. Let's see this. Man, the dude is just super fast. Chris,
Yeah.
you got competition.
Yeah, big competition there, Chris.
Different markets.
That's Benny Hill, isn't it?
Yes, fly to the bumblebee on in the shop.
I thought it was.
Wow.
Yes, Paul.
That's what I thought.
That was quick.
Jeez, they're
Man.
both fast. What would be funny about right now, about halfway through that video, if there was just a big puff of smoke and you didn't see anything else.
He used to make 10 to 15 calls a day. Now only 5, maybe.
Jeez.
Wow, 10 to 15 calls a day. Wow. I'm impressed.
Is it because you're making it more complicated, or you're not?
Oh, I've got to see this. This is a squirrel twirl. What the heck?
Yeah, baby. Oh, twirly! Oh. So that keeps the squirrel from getting to the bird seed or something. When
It must.
They'll get
Yeah.
to it.
the bird feed, yeah.
I'll guarantee you it'll eventually figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
They are so friggin' smart, man.
they are. Yeah, he's trying to figure out how to.
How the hell did I get here?
Yeah.
They're not too smart when it comes to dodging cars, though.
No.
I think the car has a bigger advantage, as in bigger.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just having fun now.
That squirrel
Maybe.
looks like he's having fun.
All right, so Brian, what the heck is a? Why did you make that? Is that to keep him out of the seat, or is that for fun?
Just makes him work out, he says. Yeah.
Make some work.
Oh, he's replacing a one of those lifts on a door. Like
He
his
said it just
laser.
makes
His
him,
laser.
he said it just
Yeah.
makes him work for it. New one has 4 arms now.
You got 4 arms. Okay.
Oh, somebody's got a laser. I
Yeah.
know what those look like. Did that break off, or are you assembling it?
I think he's putting a new one on. It says, oh no, it did break. It says broken lid support. So it did break.
I tell you what, I've really been enjoying the laser that I've got. It's really neat to be able to intricately cut just really small details.
He
And
said-
then I'm going to stop sharing real quick. And then I'm going to try to go over to his, yeah.
Austin Man wants to know, where do you get your reeds from for your collars?
Brian, where do you get your reeds from, Brian? Yeah, I had to. I mean, it's not the same, but it is the same. I had to install 2 new those hydraulic lifts on my truck hood. I got tired of putting a stick underneath it to hold it open to check the oil. So I put 2 new lifts on it.
At least I wasn't the only one, Jim. Oh my goodness, gracious. Well, you still can. I'm not brave enough at this point.
Something to the effect of, "Oh, you said read." Never mind.
Yeah. That's the same thing I was thinking too.
Yes, he said read. R-E-A,
R-E-A.
or however you want to spell it, not breed.
Hey,
B-R-E-A.
man. Hey, man, where do you get your read at, man? Where do you get your read?
Leonard wants to know where Dixon's at tonight. He's helping his son move, I believe.
Yeah,
Or he was
that's
getting
what I-
some read. I don't know, something like that.
Could be both.
Oh dear.
Oh, okay. He cuts the reeds.
What do you put in here, man? You put your read in here, man. That's what goes in there.
Okay, so let's see. Present, share screen.
I got a lawn guy for that. Oh my goodness.
All right, guys, this is PG-13. So this is some of the other stuff that this is his actually Facebook page.
I like that
And,
skull right there. The top.
Yeah, he put some, let me see if I can get to his photos. Yes, let's bring up his photos. So this is, I think, one of those game calls that he was just working on.
Yeah, looks like one just
Nice.
making.
Can you maximize that, Russ, with the little diagonal arrow in the right there? Yeah, a little bit
I
better.
don't think, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it's going to help it too much better, but it might.
It looks good.
Yeah. He got rid of the comments and made it a little bit better.
Yeah.
So that is a call, or that was
Yeah.
a call.
And then this,
That's just gorgeous.
yeah, very pretty, very pretty. Like I said, he does all kinds of different stuff. It's not just the game calls.
The first picture was an elk call.
Okay. What about the next one? Not the turkey, but the one right before that.
This, yeah, is that in Tarja or just you just paint that?
Yeah, or is it engraved or is it?
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
That was what I was wondering.
Some of this stuff that looks like that was done with a laser.
Yeah. I'd agree. Yeah.
And then he came back and painted it. Oh no, it was a CNC.
Looks like he, and then burned it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, and there's the spindle on the CNC.
Yeah, I saw some of these. These are really nice, and I know he does these on the CNC. So these are really nice. That's nice.
Ooh. Ooh.
The flower is CNC solid wood.
Ah.
Wow.
And then you come back and paint it. And there's the ones you were talking about, Al. There's the skull and the
skull. I like the skull. That's pretty neat. The skull looks like it's a cutting board or put together in a cutting board fashion. See, it looks like it's laminated wood.
Yeah.
I mean, it might
That's
just
great.
be laminated. Yeah, that is really pretty.
Very nice.
He said he likes natural wood colors.
A clothespin?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
But that little hole on the end would tell me it's for something burning something, but it's wood, so it wouldn't last too long.
You're burning something.
Incense.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kind of incense that makes you feel good.
Are there any others?
But that does look like a clothespin, yes.
It does. So what does he say it is?
It's an oven. I bet it's an oven rack for pulling out.
So
oven
the skull is
Oh yeah, it might be.
the
Yeah,
skull
it could be.
is from a solid cedar.
The skull is CNC from a solid cedar.
From solid cedar. From solid, it looked
Wow.
like it actually had pieces of cedar in there, like laminated.
Yeah. Nice.
But he likes to use natural wood colors and just a clear coat.
Yeah, Jim, you said your oldest son last week he had a lathe and a contractor in his garage.
These kids never had one iota of desire to learn how to build anything when they were living here. And Kyle's the one that was in the Air Force and lived overseas, and he's got his doctorate's degree and everything. And I walked through his garage, and there's a brand new Harbor Freight lathe and a Delta Contractor's table saw, like
That's
on wheels
awesome.
and cord.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, finally.
Oh, those are
The clothespin
cute.
looking thing is a coffee scoop.
Right.
Legs hold the bag of coffee closed.
Yeah, so it's not anything you put anything in and smoke or anything.
The whole
Oh no, it's a scoop and the clip holds your bag closed.
Oh my God, Donald. This guy's gonna hate us, man.
Just remember to pull a vacuum on it
The
before
hole is for scooping your coffee. Okay. Makes sense. That makes sense. Totally.
Oh, that's some nice pins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Those bone.
Yeah,
That,
that's what
that looks like antler.
yeah.
That's what it looks like to me.
do it.
Yep, that looks like antler.
Very good.
He's about to cut off his hand right now,
Ow.
or
Oh,
at least a finger.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. That is definitely a cleaver.
And the engraver is really
Look more like a
engraving is
hatchet to me.
cool.
Well, the head's so big, it's a combination hatchet cleaver.
I think it's for. I think it's for throwing.
Are
Yeah,
those,
throwing
paddling?
axe.
So are these little thingies for paddling? They kind of look like they'd be fun.
Thank
Those
you,
are
sir. Might
turkey
have
calls.
another.
Yes. Yes. Ooh, what is that? Oh,
yeah,
nice.
That's
they're the
really nice.
lids. They're actually lids for
Oh, I see. Like some type of humidator?
humidor or something. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Turkey calls.
Turkey calls.
told you.
Turkey calls. Hey, geez. This guy's got to change his name to Heirloom Game Calls. Okay, if he's going to be doing turkey calls, here we're thinking it's.
Come on, you country boys. I have an excuse. I was born in the city.
I have no idea either, guys.
There's a
Now
turkey
that
call.
is a turkey call. Yes.
Yeah. No, seriously, I have no idea about this stuff.
No, yeah, that's the stick that you use to scrape across the top to make the noise of a turkey.
In other words,
See,
Yeah,
the
well,
one
no.
is what we always called a box turkey call, where the lid kind of moves. It's got a peg on it that you scrape.
Yep.
on the
I've seen
bottom.
those.
this is how we manage to make a buck. Anyone, we all got to branch out.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Jerry.
100% right.
Yes.
Ooh.
I know this one. That's a deer.
Yeah.
Wow, that you did a good job carving that, man. Check that out. Even those white eyes are just piercing.
It is, isn't it?
I'm looking
Well,
back in the
Bambi-
woods to see a Bigfoot back there.
That's what Bambi would have looked like.
Right?
That's called dinner.
I don't think that deer's sleeping. I said, I don't think that deer is sleeping.
I think he's wide-eyed and dead.
Oops.
I think the two deer calls he showed a while ago is African Blackwood,
Ah.
and he said the deer was tasty.
So who's the gentleman that's holding the deer by the antlers right now?
That is Brian.
That is Brian. Okay, I'm just trying to give him some recognition.
At least I believe it is.
Well, that's what I'm asking because I don't know.
Len Davis.
Well,
wants to know
I'm
how he
seeing
got
a couple
started.
pictures of him, and yes,
Len Davis is asking how he got started making game calls.
Yeah, he said he was tasty. By the way,
You go to the turnip store and buy some duck call kits.
now if I'm not mistaken, we'll go through some more of these pictures. But he built this canoe.
Oh, sweet.
God. No
Yeah.
kidding.
see in the
See?
desert where I live, we have no need for a canoe. We have no need for turkey calls. The only turkeys are the natives. We have no need for it. You guys have all.
You can see
You
where he
wax
is.
up the bottom of that thing real good, put a sail on it, and just stick it in the sand.
It looks
Good
like
to go.
fun.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. Nice.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I've always
Very
wanted to build
nice.
a dory. I just don't have
And
the time.
here's the telltale sign.
What is the telltale sign?
It works.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Very, very nice. Very nice.
I mean, they're actually paddling around. They ain't sinking.
They're paddling and not bailing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Or
good sign.
treading
right
water. Or treading water.
Yeah.
Only thing about them canoes is they get a little bit heavier with every year.
Why is that? Donald?
I don't know.
Donald, the pillow gets heavier every year with me.
This is true.
Oh, I get it now. I understand.
Getting out of bed gets a little bit harder too.
It seems that way, don't it? Yeah.
Y'all ever heard the Bill Cosby thing about the little skit he does about Noah building the ark?
Yep.
Noah, zumpa, zumpa, zumpa,
Yeah.
zumpa.
He's
What do you
always
want?
showing me. And then at the very end, he goes, "What?" Then at the very end, he was telling him something or whatever, and Noah just goes off and starts
Go
giving him
off.
crap, and God just reached down and looks at him and says, "Noah," and he goes, "What?" He goes, "How long can you tread water?"
Yes, that's the last part. Exactly. Uh-huh. What's the
How
key?
long can you tread water?
Dan Inge is
Well, Brian,
reminding us about shop confessions.
Yeah, go ahead, before because it's getting almost 9 o'clock.
Still got one more question out there.
What's the question? I didn't get it.
Got him started making game calls.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian, what got you started making game calls? He got tired of yelling out the back door for his wife. Hey, never mind.
Was that really on there, or are you making this up?
I'm making it up.
Well, I hazard to guess that he loves hunting and buying them things gets expensive.
Yeah, and he probably saw the market for it and went, "Hey, I can make these. They charge me $20 for this. I can make this for whatever." And so it's recording.
He said he started making calls and other stuff for other folks when he first got sick.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
And he couldn't whistle at girls anymore.
Yeah.
So he made the calls.
There's an app for that.
Some of them are
I got news
turkeys,
for you. If he ain't got enough air to blow, if he ain't got enough air to go, can't even do it.
See, you need one of Brian's calls.
There you go. Whoever did that, thank you. If you ain't got enough air to do that, then I don't think he can blow through a turkey call, or I mean a duck call. I would make one for myself and kids, and someone would come by out of kindness and he'd make them for them. That's pretty cool. That's very good. All right, so woodshop confessions, Brian. What have you done that was stupid, and after you did it, you wondered what the heck were you thinking?
By the way, this is the first virtual woodshop confession that's taking place.
Yes, it is.
As virtual as it can get, because it's all virtual, right? But,
history made here.
This is history, right here.
What did Polly wants a crap? What do you say? He says, "Hal hit Snoop Stash so hard he fell out of the Enterprise and landed in a castle."
Hey, do you guys know where this is? Come on, you guys know. And look, here's an example for you, or a clue.
I still have no idea.
Okay, well, some of you may know what this is. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you.
Actually, Brian says I actually avoid making duck calls. Well, guys, I can't blow through them anymore. So anyway, Brian, we want to know your woodshop confession. Do you do anything dumb like I did one time? Shoot a 1-inch nail through a 1/2-inch piece of board.
Oh! It sounds like it hurt, Russ.
It hurt. Yep.
Come on, Brian, you can do better than Russ.
Yep. Yep, that definitely hurt.
Your
God said to Noah, "Don't bitch about the ark size, or I will make it 6 of every animal."
He was working with the big lathe.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Use the knockout bar to release a spur from the headstock.
Okay.
And Dan says, "Remember, there's blood. Extra points."
Forgot to remove the knockout bar.
And was there blood?
It's all good, Jerry. It's all good.
Forgot to remove the 2-foot knockout bar.
Oh.
Okay.
Oops.
Did it feel better when it quit? Did it feel better when it quit hurting?
That's when it always feels good, guys. Oh. One of those blows that. Oh.
Jeez.
Did you know the knockout bar will bend and come around to the side of your head at Mach 4?
Now you know why they call it a knockout bar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason you call it a knockout bar. Dutchman's Woodshop said his YouTube and Facebook channels have been hacked, so you don't have time to repair them. And he'll be in Wisconsin until July. So good luck. God bless.
Who said that?
Good luck to you. Yeah. It hurt like hell when I woke up. So it did knock him out. Well, at least you weren't in pain while you were asleep.
Yeah.
Jerry said he could taste the colors at that point.
Yeah. I got to tell y'all something real quick I did the other day that, I mean, it's no bad story or anything, but apparently, and I did not know this, a piece of tin on the backside of my shop during the last hurricane last year, it loosened it up. I guess not enough that it really didn't hurt anything to where I could tell it, because I can't see the ceiling of my shop. I have not a crawl space, where I store stuff up
The
top.
attic. The attic.
Yeah, it's like an attic. Well, it's open, but it's an attic. Yes.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we had a storm the beginning of the week, Monday or Tuesday night. And apparently there was enough buildup in that storm that the storm proceeded to tear the piece of tin off the back of my shop.
Oops.
So when I walk in, I have these. Years ago, I bought these particle board shelving things from Sam's Club. They're really great. It's just the particle board sucks because the particle board got wet and every shelf was on the floor. Yeah, everything on every shelf. One went to the other one, it went through the other one, it went through the other one, so there was all on the floor. So now I got to clean up that crap. So anyway, my interesting story was I was sitting there going like, wow, I'm having problems with my back, and I'm getting a little older, so I'm kind of worried about getting on ladders and stuff. So I do have some scaffolding and some scaffold boards. So I decided to set up the scaffolding on the lower end and run the scaffolding boards up. And by George, I was kind of worried about getting up there and falling my crazy butt off, but I actually got up there, and it had some of the where it had loosened it over a period of time from that last hurricane. Some of the boards were kind of rotten, and the screws weren't rotten, but they were not good shape enough to put screws back in them. Make a long story short, tore everything out, fixed it, and got a new piece. It actually bent and broke the piece of tin. That storm was so bad the other night, this week. Yeah. So I got a new piece of tin, got it up there, and got it all screwed up. The only thing I don't have, all the bottom and everything screwed, just the last 16 or 18 inches. I can't get up on the extension ladder and reach my arm over the eave to get screws in it. So I've got to build me a little contraption to hold my extension ladder away from the wall so I can get the screws up at the top. It's not going to go anywhere. I put enough screws in it that it ain't going nowhere. That's for sure. And the other night it rained again, and I walked in there and got a flashlight and looked, and it's fine. It's not raining, and it's not getting wet anymore. But yeah, I was like, what the heck happened in the corner? My shelves are all gone. I walked over there, and it's just like it's like a pancake effect. One shelf fell on the other shelf, which fell on the other shelf, which fell on the other shelf, until it finally all fell on the floor. I'm like, gee,
bad. When stuff.
Well, the main thing I was worried about is falling my butt off that. But with the scaffolding, made it very, very, very sturdy, because I've got my walt boards are like 3 foot wide, and then as long as the scaffolding, so you got a nice steady platform to stand on. So that helped a lot, a real lot. So Robin's Buys and DIYs is on. Thank you for being here, Robin.
Hello, Robin.
Russ, Leonard wants to know if you use super glue.
You use super glue? No, I didn't use super glue on that project. Nope, I did not use super glue on that project. So thanks, Brian. He just said I just had 2 raccoons start fighting on my patio. Wow. You must
Take
live
video,
close to the woods.
take pictures. Didn't happen unless you take pictures.
Yeah, it didn't happen unless you took pictures.
Sounds like code anyway.
But yeah, so I appreciate you being on, and I talked to him for a while and wanted him on the show, but like I said, because of his health, but it worked. It worked great. He was able to answer the questions. We were able to see his stuff, and so it worked out great. I'm really glad we were able to do that because I'd been wanting to have him on for quite some time. So, Robbins Buys and DIYs is saying hi to everybody. Hi, Russell. Hi, Paul. So we're glad to see you. We're glad to see you. The bad part is you come at the end. So
yeah, we're out of here.
Yeah, we're fixing to get out of here. But
you're going to have to look.
Uh-oh, drawing.
Yeah. But anyway, but that was it. I haven't done. That was my woodworking. That was my woodworking debut for this week, fixing the roof. And no, I did not take pictures of it.
Russ, Brian says have a drawing. I'll send the winner a turkey call.
Ooh.
Okay, we can do that. We'll do that. Maybe next week I'll get it all set up and we'll talk about it and we'll do that. That sounds good, but it needs to be. You definitely want to keep it in the 50 United States or 49 United States, because even sending to Hawaii is expensive.
I think he was wanting to do it for this show, Russ, not for future.
Well, we don't have time enough tonight. I have something I have to do. So, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to go in there and check on my daughter and find out how she's doing. So, and I don't know if I've told everybody. I told them on before the show started. My daughter last week had a very serious accident. She was babysitting my granddaughter's dogs at her house, and she opened the back door, and one of the dogs, he's pretty good size, decided to go right between her legs and knocked her down. She actually broke her hand. She broke her pinky, and then the two metacarpals that support these two fingers here. And then she also tore 90% of her Achilles tendon off of her heel.
Ouch.
Yeah. So she had to have surgery. Actually, she had surgery yesterday. Yes, yesterday. So I want to go make sure she's okay. She says she was in a lot of pain when she first came out, and I don't know. She's in a cast from her knee, and her whole foot's in a cast because they don't want her to use her foot for at least 2 weeks. But she was in a lot of pain. It was breaking my heart because she was sitting there crying. She said, "Dad, this hurts bad." But so I don't know the extent of what they had to. There's no other way to put it, but how big the incision had to be for them to fix that kind of a tear or whatever.
Tell her we're praying for quick healing and lack of vision.
She said as long as when she takes the Percocet, she don't feel bad at all. She said they work. So
after having that cast, I know for a fact after having that cast on your leg for a couple of days, you get an itch right where you can't.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make her. I'm gonna have to make her like a scratching stick to go down inside the cast to scratch, so she can scratch. Yeah, something like that.
Redco for $1.50.
Yep. That's for her to scratch. But yes, I'll get back with you, Brian. Maybe next week we'll have the giveaway with that. And I appreciate you being on. Thank you all y'all who have been on tonight. Because like I said, I need to go. Anyway, she said, the Percocets make me sleep. And I told her, I said, sweetheart, that's not a bad thing. If they want you to have that cast on for 2 weeks, and the doctor specifically told her, do not put weight on that foot. You need for 2 weeks. You need to stay off of it. So I said, sleeping ain't a bad thing, you know. It's what you need to heal up, because you definitely don't want to cause them more problems and them have to go back in there and repair something. So that's for sure.
Enjoy the drugs while you can use them legally.
Yep, while you can use them legally. All right, thank y'all. Thank you again, Brian, for being out on the show tonight and showing us the stuff. I appreciate it. Thank for the rest of you. I haven't got time to go through everybody's name, but thank you all for being out there. I appreciate it very, very, very much. We'll try to have a show next week. And until then, if you're too darn busy to get out in your shop and make some sawdust, get off your lazy butt and get out there and make some sawdust. Now, I didn't do a shop project, but I made plenty of sawdust fixing that shed's roof. Trust me, I made lots of sawdust. So just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching, and God
Hi,
bless.
boys and girls. Remember, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Nope, got to get out of here. See
You
ya.
can't either.
Turn off the lights or turn on the lights to see all the ugly people. The beer that you've been drinking so much beer, you didn't know they were ugly until you turned the lights on. So
Nobody's
gotta
ugly
get
at
out of here.
closing time.
Breakfast of champions.